Merry Christmas Eve. Are you alone? That's the question. It's always the question. At the end of the day, everyone always wants to feel like they're connected to something, or that they have somebody, or that they're not utterly alone. And the passage today in the daily addresses just that. It says, when you really move into the presence of God, you are going to feel lonely. And that's an interesting statement, because I think that is so true, and I'll talk about why. In fact, you might find yourself alone. When God takes you in and prepares you to change, he or she strips away everything and everyone around you in order to build a fortress within you. That's so powerful and so true. Sometimes when everything is taken away and everything has been razed and demolished and destroyed, you're like, oh my gosh, this is horrible. Where's God? I'm desolate. I'm in the dark. God's not present with me. But if you really just go into that, you realize that God is ultimately present. It's just that God doesn't interfere with you and your free will. So if you keep looking to the outside world for this and for that and for this and for that and for this and for that, then what does God have to offer you? God's like, oh, okay, you got this? Yeah, cool. You're going to look for this. You're going to look for that. You're going to rely on that relationship, that job, this food, whatever the case is. Like, God doesn't even have to do anything, because you're not even allowing God to be able to do anything in your life. So it's like, God's going to let you do your thing. But at one point or another, you're going to feel more lonely, more abandoned, more rejected. Like that there's no one has your back. But if you just stop and say, well, why are all these things being taken away? Because God's like, I want you to be with me. I want you to recognize me. I want you to feel me. I want you to feel my presence within you. And so taking away all those things around you sometimes gets you to look at God and to pay attention. And then, oh my gosh, the empowering feeling, the feeling of being surrounded by love and light and nurturing and care, having your own back, allowing God to have your back, and allowing your relationship with God to flourish in the silence, in the aloneness, is the best and most empowering feeling, most freeing feeling that you will ever feel as a human on the planet, in this body, in this life. And as she even says in there, you will be held, you will be propped up, you will be pulled up, you will be opened up. It said you will be protected by wise men, prophets, and sages. Like, how awesome is that? God will surround you by angels. If you just allow it to happen and stop striving to get all these other worldly things of daily life to surround you and protect you and prop you up and pull you up and open you up. Sometimes you just need to be away from all those things in order to let God do the work with you, within you. But you have to say yes to that. You have to say, I'm willing. I'm willing to be in this aloneness. I'm willing to be feeling this pain, this desolateness, this isolation. I'm willing to just be in it and to listen and to be still and to feel all that. And once you feel all of that and you sit and openly ask God to be present with you and breathe and go into the breath and be in nature and be in the presence of God around you and pray and center yourself and ask God, even if you have no belief in God, if that word is triggering to you, ask the creator of you to please show itself to you and be present with you. And be in that space of on your knees, on your butt, on your ass, on your back, standing, whatever it is, just be present in that. And that presence of God will show you everything you need to know. It says, in the presence of God, everything you need will come to you and through you. So if you always want to think things out with your head and figure things out with your own mind, then there's no way that God can come through you to have any of those God thoughts or God ideas or God expressions. It's always, you're trying to get it to be you. And I will repeat it again. One of the big ways to see this, people do this, is when they go, oh, yeah, yep, oh, man, oh, I don't know. They're looking around. What are you accessing? You're not accessing anything but this. You're not allowing God to come into your soul, into your body, into your heart, into your breath, into your mind, and then out of your mouth, or out of your body into the actions, into the world. So until today, she says, you may have thought you were all alone. Just for today, submit yourself to the presence of God. Ask to be fortified with God's love and grace. Just be in it. It sucks and it's hard and oh my God, it's UPS. Hooch! UPS guy just got the shit scared out of him because I have the door wide open. All right, calm down. I guess that's the end of my video. Merry Christmas Eve.